Chelskis is ill, so they make one change from the side that beat Aston Villa so impressively here last Sunday. Mind you, it's not a bad replacement, Ryan Giggs. I don't suppose Blackburn will be too happy, because they will no doubt remember that fine goal he scored at the end of last season here in that 3-1 victory. So United make just the one change to their side, but into the squad comes Darren Ferguson, the son of manager Alex Ferguson, of course. Blackburn, well, they're unchanged. They keep the side that beat Manchester City 2-0 a week ago. Not too many surprises there. They're bidding for a fourth consecutive league victory, so I don't think we expected too many changes. Obviously, look out for Alan Shearer, number 9. It'll be good to see him taking on the Manchester United defence this afternoon. And Kevin Gallagher, of course, who scored here last season and scored last week against Manchester City. Sure, he'd like to make a little double for himself. Just one last thought before I leave you, Richard. Tim Flowers, the Blackburn goalkeeper, came out of the dressing room and turned the wrong way. He was heading out the ground before a steward pointed him the right way down the tunnel. I'm sure he'll have his bearings right by kick-off time, Richard.
Nick, thank you. He should remember his way around Old Trafford. He ran the full length there, didn't he, after Southampton won a famous cup tie in these parts. Manchester United, names and numbers: Schmeichel, Parker, Owen, Bruce, Pallister, Sharp, Ince, Giggs, Keane, Hughes and Cantona. No Kanchelskis. Giggs comes in. That's not bad, is it? On the bench, McClare, Ferguson and Seeley. And Blackburn Rovers, same team that beat Manchester City 2-0, as Nick said. Flowers, Berg, May, Hendry, Lasso, Ripley, Sherwood, Batty, Gallagher, Shearer and Newell. On the bench, Wilcox, Marker and Mims. Is this Manchester United's strongest team, George? Is it possible to make a statement like that?
You can't, can you? It's amazing when you look at the squad they've got at the moment. And we were talking earlier with Martin about the number of young kids who got waiting to come through. It's frightening, the squad that they've got together here. When you look at, Giggs is coming in as a replacement for somebody. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it?
Alan Shearer, Frank, how would you fancy marking Alan Shearer?
Oh, he's a great player. He's a pro's pro, really. He's very strong. He's enthusiastic. A little bit like Brian Robson. He never seems to lose his hunger. I would think if that boy became a millionaire, and maybe he's close to that just now, I think he would have the same enthusiasm right until he retires.
It was a year ago today, Boxing Day, that he got that nasty injury against Leeds United that ruled him out for such a long time. But 39 league games played now for Blackburn Rovers, and he scored 32 goals in that time. It's not a bad record, Phil, is it?
No, the fella's tremendous. You put Pallister and Bruce under a lot of pressure today. Him and Newell. In the last game that we've seen against Villa, I don't think they were put under pressure at all by Atkinson or Saunders. Be a different proposition today against these two. Shearer's magnificent. He's so strong. He give them problems today.
A Super Sunday from Old Trafford. We're looking at the champions, Manchester United, who play Blackburn Rovers here today. As I said, a nice feel about the place. We were here, 7 days ago to see United beat Aston Villa 3-1. Can Blackburn Rovers do better than that today? Avenge that defeat last season. Next, we'll be having a look back on Arsenal's historic season. Welcome back to Super Sunday from the home of Manchester United. Today, Old Trafford. Plenty of activity outside. Of course, you don't have to take your seats until late these days, do you? Who is that young lady? Support. Who's her favourite? Is that David Batty? Oh, yes, it's red and white army. United and Blackburn Rovers on Super Sunday. We're not too far away now either. Let's see who the bookies fancy to score the opening goal. Cantona 6-1, Shearer 6-1. First time we've seen that, I think. So close at Old Trafford. Player from the opposition. Giggs 8-1, Hughes is 8-1. Mike Newell of Blackburn Rovers is 9-1. Got United and Blackburn coming up very shortly. If you've just tuned in, we're in the company here of Frank McClintock, George Best and Phil Thompson. Looking back on the best of 93, we've covered just about everything except United's title success, which...
Dermot Gallagher, the man in the middle this afternoon, at his day job. He's a plate maker at a printing factory near Banbury in Oxfordshire, as well as being the firm's delivery driver. Like many top referees, Dermot's found that it's not always easy combining on-field refereeing duties with earning a living. Midweek matches and the amount of time off needed for travelling means that it's essential to have an understanding boss.
We've all got the same problem. I'm not unique in this. I think the only reason I'm unique is, my boss has come to me and he said, look, Dermot, that's what you need, that's what you can do. But one thing he's got in return, he knows he'll get an honest day's work out of me. And I'm sure every other referee in the league would say the same to their boss.
Last summer, Dermot found himself on the dole for 4 months. So this new job has proved a real lifeline to him.
Very, very important. I mean, I'm not a 9-to-5 man, Nick, because I'm a